Welcome back to you. Today in chapter 5.8, we're going to study special right triangles. First of all, why is it called right? Because we have got 90 degrees. So one of the angles, which is the square here, it's going to measure 90 degrees. Okay. The second step, the other thing that's special about that right triangle is that two of the angles, they measure exactly the same, which is 45. Now, the sum of a triangle should be 180. So if you add 45 plus 45, it will give you 90. Plus that 90 here, it's going to be 180. All right. The first step is that I have to check the angles. So if the angle, one of them is 45, directly I will use the rule that the short side, so the second step, it's going to be writing down the sides of the triangle. Short side and the long side, both of them will have exactly same number. So we can call it X and X or L and L. Okay, now about the other one, this side, this is the longest side of them, which is the hypotenuse. Now, the rule for the hypotenuse, when the angle is 45, okay, it's going to be X square root of 2 or L square root of 2. Let's solve a question to understand more from what we have. All right, the question is asking us to find the value of X. Find the value of X. All right, what do we have? I have got a 90 degrees here, all right, and two of these sides are the same. If two of the sides are the same, that means it's exactly the same thing as having two angles that are the same, which is going to be the same thing as isosceles triangle. All right, so if one of them is 90 here and two sides are the same, that means 45 by 45. The one opposite to the 90 degree, this is going to be the hypotenuse, all right? And the other two will be the short side and the long side, all right? I know that the short side and the long side, both of them are X, but they're asking me to find the value of X, all right? What is the hypotenuse? The formula of the hypotenuse, whenever I have an angle of 45, it's going to be 2 square root X square root of 2, all right? X square root of 2. Okay, now, what is my hypotenuse here? My hypotenuse is 3. So instead of the hypo, I put 3 here. X square root of 2. Now, I have to find the missing variable, which in here is X. How do we find it? I ask the question, what do we have and what do we do? We have multiplication. What's beside the X? I have square root of 2. So I divide by square root of 2. When I do this, when I divide both sides by square root of 2, the square root and square root will go away, and I will find the X, which is 3 over square root of 2. If I go more on this, since we can't have a square root in the denominator, what should we do? I will get X equals 3 over square root of 2, multiply numerator and denominator by square root of 2. Okay. 3 times square root of 2, it's going to be 3 square root of 2. All right. And square root of 2 times square root of 2, it means I'll get 2. That means my answer will be 3 over 2 square root of 2. Okay, dears. The other type of the special triangle is that whenever I have the measure of 30, 60, and 90, again, the sum of them will be 180. What is so special about this is that always the 30, the angle that measures 30, opposite to it, it's going to be the short side. Remember, students, the short side for both types of the special triangles, both of them, it's the same thing. Both of them, I'm getting X. Okay, what is changing here? The hypotenuse, which is opposite to the 90, it's going to be doubled. That means I'm going to say hypotenuse equals what? 2 times the short side, which is S or X. While the long one opposite to the 60, which is going to be the long side, it's going to be what? it's going to be x square root of 3. X square root of 3. Following that rule, let's answer this question. The question again is asking me to find the side length. All right. What do we have? I check the angle first. So I have 30. Whenever you see 130 or whenever you see 60, directly you will use the rule for the second one, not the first one that we just studied. All right. So the opposite of the 30, always it's going to be the short side. This is the second step, writing the sides of the angles. Okay, the opposite to the 60, this is going to be the long side. And the opposite of 90 is going to be the hypotenuse. Okay, great. To find the x here, I ask, what do we have? What do we do? We have got multiplication, so I'm going to do division. I divide both of them by 2. My x will be 8. Okay, now I got 8, but y is missing. Okay, the x is 8. What about the y? The y, we said it's the long side. All right. Whenever I have a triangle like this, 30, 60, 90, what's the rule for the long one? I say long side or long equals what? Equals s square root of 3 or x square root of 3. All right. What did we get instead of the x? We got 8, yes? Instead of the x, I just put 8. 8 square root of 3. What did we just find? We found the long side and the short side. The short side was the x, okay, opposite to the 30, which we found it was 8. And the long side, it was the opposite of 60. And the rule for the long side, when I have an angle of 30, 60, 90, okay, for that special triangle, it's x square root of 3. Instead of the x, I put 8 down and I put the square root of 3. That's it.